Okay, so I've sorted out the vertical issues with this. Had me scratching my head for a couple of minutes, but I soon worked out what the problem was. So I did some voltage measurements around the ECL82, confirmed the oscillator was running, pento section was working, and I could actually hear the transformer. I could hear it buzzing, so it actually was working. So I thought, well, okay, the frame change is working. But I noticed the when I moved the case around, I noticed the I'd get a wee bit of pitch, or the pitcher would spasmodically jump up and down. So I thought, well, it's all working. This must be something to do with the yoke. Sure enough, I found this little thermistor had actually fallen apart. TH301 there. So not quite sure if that's for some kind of protection, or whether it's some kind of surge device from cold when the B plus is a lot higher until the upward stage starts conducting. But yeah, that had kind of fallen to bits, and that is on the side of the yoke. It would explain why when I was wiggling the cabinet, it was obviously probably just touching a little bit and making the picture momentarily increase in size. And it's that little thing down in here. Where is it? So I'll get my screwdriver. Hang on, I'll take the top off the L36. I probably should have actually pulled it out. But yeah, that little thing. See the little thing down in there? That thing there. So that's meant to be sandwiched to that little piece there, and basically it just broke apart. Sorry, excuse the rain. We are meant to be getting some bloody wicked thunderstorms through here this afternoon. So yeah, what I did, I just linked it out with this brown piece of wire. So in theory, reconnecting that broken. Oh, hang on, sorry. Here, reconnecting the broken link from there to there. So now we have full deflection. The picture is still jumping a bit, like it's vertically bouncing, or the whole picture is still. So there are still vertical issues with it. So yeah, I'll just, whether I sort those out at some stage or just leave it as it is for now. But also found too that the EHT was, as you saw, the EHT was sort of blooming a bit. And I changed the 1X2 EHT rectifier from the other one, and yeah, it definitely improved it. But the picture still wasn't that great. It still seemed a bit, still blooming a wee bit. And I noticed when I adjusted the width, it didn't do anything, or did bugger all. In fact, turning the control up would actually make it go the negative effect. And I thought, and then I measured on it, and it was like. Wasn't many volts on it, and so it turned out to be that 820K actually was open circuit. So I replaced that, and yeah, and funnily enough, the picture actually is looking slightly better now. So we'll move over to this side here. So yeah, there's the new. So there's the replacement 820K resistor, and there was a horrible old 0.1 cap to ground, so I just temporarily tacked a good old reliable mustard Phillips one on there. So yeah, here's the old resistor, completely open. So yeah, this thing is a bit of a pig to work on. It's definitely not easy. I mean, if you're going to go through and check and replace all those resistors and caps, you'd be probably snipping a few things out and pulling bits and pieces out the way to get at other components. But I'm really on the fence as to whether I even restore one of these, to be honest, at this stage. I'm really on the fence about it. Whether I just don't know. Undecided at this stage. Right, so let's reconnect everything up, and yeah, turn it on. And we'll wait for the picture to appear. Of course, whenever you move it, the bloody board wants to do separate. Just yeah. I remember an old TV tech friend of mine actually commented on how awful these things were to work on, and I tell you what, I'm kind of actually agreeing with them now. Sort of the whole board flopping around like that and trying to measure voltages and get at things. But yeah, and here we go. Definitely an improvement on what it was. Again, it looks brighter. It looks brighter in the picture than it looks brighter in the camera than what it actually is. But what's not helping is this plastic cover here on the front as well. It's actually, when you look at it closely, this plastic also is quite dirty as well, or maybe it's got quite a lot of scratches on the screen, and there's probably dirt and gunk behind there as well. So maybe taking it off and giving it a clean would help. But yeah, so that's. I mean, it's definitely restorable and it's definitely usable. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, it's working fine. It's doing what it's supposed to. So the holds, there's contrast, but yeah, you can sort of see the picture. Sort of the height has sort of got a mind of its own, and the hole control is actually right. The hole control was right around to one end as well. So yeah. Even if I play with the height control, it doesn't really seem to. This one here from wherever I play with this. It's, I'm getting a screwdriver in the hole. So I noticed prior to sorting out that 820k resistor, I wasn't getting enough height, but now I'm getting plenty of adjustment range out of that. Obviously, voltages have been restored to certain parts of the set with that resistor now being back in place. Yeah, so it's definitely working. Yeah, that vertical bouncing. I mean, it'll be big caps, resistors in there, no doubt. But yeah, the width control is actually dip control on there, and if I adjust this now, you'll see it's actually doing. Whereas before, you turn it and then you turn it further, and it would actually go. There wouldn't be any of this at all. So yeah, and it's producing about 11 kV, which is what the circuit calls for. So yeah, yeah. So I'm sort of debating whether I actually. Give the picture tube a bit of a kick on the other one with my CRT tester, or actually I might even check that same 820k resistor and play with it with control and see if it's got the same problem, because yeah, might be something to definitely check before I start giving tubes a bit of a kick. But yeah, but this one definitely is looking potentially something I could definitely restore in the future, possibly. It's all working and it seems to be running reasonably stable. All the valve sockets are all dirty and yeah, just typical old black and white TV elements. So yeah, so what I might do, I might get the other one up on the bench and might check those components, give the tube a bit of a kick and see what results we get out of that one. So yeah, might do that. Rightio, stay tuned for more. Well, I put the tube checker on this and used the rejuvenate function, and didn't seem to do much. So it's got like 3 settings and neither of them seem to do anything to the tube's emission. So whether the rejuvenation function on the CRT tester is crook or there's something up the tube, I'm not sure. because normally you see a flash inside the neck, and I didn't see anything at all. I think it says to press the button a couple of times and note the meter deflection, and didn't seem to do much. So, not quite sure about that. But anyhow, we'll turn this one on, and yeah, it hasn't really made much difference to the picture quality, although it's still a bit dim. I checked those resistors, the 820k resistor off that width pod, and checked the components on the EHT, and it all seems to be within cooey, and it's given about 11 kV on the EHT caps, so EHT side of it's fine. But I mean, really, to make these reliable, gonna have to go through, change all the shitty old caps and the resistors, and you know, have to go through and do a sort of a once over to make these both reliable. To be honest, sort of find if I muck with the kind of fart around with the find if I muck with the width with the height and linearity controls. I can get the rolling to stop. Sort of play with the whole. There's probably a cap or something in the vertical. It's gone open, or a resistor's gone high, or something's leaky, or here we go. It's just starting to stop now as it warms up. Be a cap or something, guarantee it. There we go. Nice, elongated, egg-shaped pressed pattern with lots of nice linearity issues at the top. So if I bring it down a little bit, and off it goes again. So yeah, I've actually got another couple of CRT testers. I've got a B&K one which I've never tried. Maybe I'll try that and see what results that one gives emission wise, and maybe I think it has got a rejuvenation setting on it, so maybe I'll give that a try. I mean, the tube definitely is flat, so I've got nothing to lose really. I've got the other one with a better tube, but then I've got that third one at work, which I never saw a picture on because the Lopti is shorted, so maybe that one might be better. So I think between the three of them, I'd have enough to make a good set, depending on the tube and the other one being all right. And you know, I may get another one, a really nice low hour one. So you just never know what might turn up in the future. But at least now I've looked at both of these sets. I've got a baseline on both of them. I know that they both work. They've both got good flybacks. You know, they all function. So at least for me, also a bit of personal documentation on these sets. So if I need to refer to these videos in the future, I can. And also making fun videos for you guys to watch at home if you are enjoying them. And if you are, give me a thumbs up. And you know, and also if you want to see more videos, well then subscribe by all means. I'm more than welcome subscribers. I'm not going to ask for Patreon or anything like that. This is a non-profit hobby of mine. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy making these videos, and for you guys and for myself. So, yep, it's what the hobby's all about. It's about having fun, playing around with old crap, getting zaps off old technology, and changing shitty old components. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's pretty much full brightness there. Contrast is up full. So yeah. But yeah, so just might do that. Might grab that other CRT tester out and check her and see if I can get it to give it a zap. Yeah, so. Oh, well, this pretty much concludes the series on these video series on these AWA P511 TVs. Yes, and somebody commented in the comments column. I think these are directly related to the Australian P1 12-inch deep image TV, which I had my suspicions these were pretty much a clone, and it seems like they are. So that kind of confirms that. But yeah, not really an easy set to work on. I think everything, as I mentioned a couple of times, but if I decide to tackle it, I'll tackle one of them, and I'm sure we'll be able to make quite a nice set out of 1, 2, or 3. Alright, so that concludes the video here, and yeah, thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for more videos in the future. Bye for now. Cheers.